He brought the war home with him, still got sand in his boots. He's wrestling with the demons and the cold, hard truth. Now, something ain't right about him. He came back different. Something in his eyes said he'd seen too much. Something in his legs said he'd had enough. Heroes, everybody needs heroes. Even heroes need a little help. Heroes can't always be heroes. Who's gonna save the hero from himself?
I was in the United States Navy. I was an engineman, and I was in the reserves from 66 to 76. I went active duty in July of 68 and was stationed with the Mobile Riverine Force in the Delta in South Vietnam. Then came November 1st, October 31st. Everything was routine. We loaded up the ship, the boat, got me a coxswain to come out and help me and pull away from the boat and started our patrol. And then you throw hand grenades occasionally every once in a while up and down in front of the boats. We're protecting it from sappers. Then around 3, a little after 3 o'clock, the world came to an end. They went in and started pulling gear out. There was weapons in there. There was 27 bodies in there. I think 17 or 18 was crew members from the Westchester, and the rest of them was Army personnel, 9th Infantry. They'd pull 2 or 3 out and lay them on the bow, and I'd take the boat around, put it next to the barge, and they'd offload them, put them in body bags. My problem with this is I was assigned as a picket boat. I was to protect these guys. I did my circles back and forth, round. I didn't do the same maneuver all the time. And I let 1, 2, 3, I don't know how many divers come by with 2 large mines. You couldn't dive too deep with these things. The river current was too quick down there, and you had to bob up every once in a while to see where you're going. You just don't float down a river flowing at a good clip, and hopefully hitting something. So they had to look up. They had to poke their heads out of the water.
Yeah.
And I let them by me.
Yeah.
I failed. My job was to protect these guys, and I didn't.
Yeah.
They died. So ever since I've blamed me.
My name is Dr. Bucky Buckner, by the way, and I'm a general surgeon and a trauma surgeon. I've been in practice for over 27 years, private practice. I have a 28-year career in the military. I've had 6 deployments, 4 combat deployments, and I've seen up close and personal the sacrifices that our soldiers have given. I understand some of the challenges they have, not only in the field, but when they get home. I also know that given it all one name, PTSD, which has traditionally been the narrative, I think is selling the entire issue short. Many of our veterans simply don't relate to that diagnosis. And in that, they can't find any healing. Because we began to recognize, along with many others before us, sort of a new concept of moral injury. We feel that we've maybe are giving those veterans that have, again, sacrificed so much, especially those near the end of life, a concept, a narrative they can get their head around a little bit. And in that, we think great healing can occur. We really feel like if we can go to these men and women, especially those near the end of life, who are struggling, many of whom are haunted, frankly, by things they've seen, things they've done, things they've heard about, and they just can't quite come to terms with it. We feel like if we can help those caregivers, those chaplains, those social workers, the nurses, the doctors, and the therapists who deal with these individuals, if we can help them understand, they can bring the message to these veterans, and in that can really help them heal and help them have peace. So many of them, many of whom are incredibly good people who have given, you know, the prime of their life to their country, and in many cases to the issues at hand, some of which they don't understand. They deserve peace.